Hello, everybody. Welcome back to my live stream. It is Greg, K6EGG. Thank you for joining me here today on this beautiful Saturday, September 25th. I cannot believe we're almost in October. We're less than a week away from October. Man, this summer has gone by, and now we're in our first week of fall. Beautiful day outside today. Yesterday we got a couple drops when I was working down on my work QTH down in Anaheim. And today, believe it or not, I know this sounds weird for people outside the area. I actually got some sprinkles on my windshield, which, you know, you guys are probably laughing going outside the area going, oh, you know, big deal, rain. Well, it's probably only rained maybe 3 or 4 times since the beginning of the year here in Southern California. We can really absolutely use it at this point. So looking forward to maybe this might be the start of something for our no rain here in Southern California. So anyways, I'm going to be on the next couple nights, tonight, tomorrow, Sunday. Check into the Bozonet probably on 144-240, and then cruise up the band, maybe do some DStar, and as well as Monday. Next week's going to be pretty busy. I might be able to come on Thursday, but we'll see. Thursday and Sunday, I believe. So it's going to be kind of crazy. So after that, I got a lot of free time. I'm going to just be dealing with some couple health issues I've been kind of fighting here the last couple months, and going to chill out, not do any work. So I'll have some time to deal with some or play with some of my hobbies here. So anyways, thanks again for watching. Anybody new to the channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button right down there, down at the bottom right if you're watching on a computer screen. We're going to tune into 144-250 right now. It was a little bit off frequency, and let's check and see what's on the band here on the Greg K6EGG live stream here on YouTube.
It's one of 1,000 reasons why I wouldn't move into an HOA. Certainly not going to move into a home that other people are going to dictate what I can and can't do. Not to be a jerk, but I have a pretty nice house, and I don't think it's unreasonable to put a couple of antennas on your roof. Mine aren't even on the roof, they're on poles. But I understand it. The HOAs are there for uniformity, community, cleanliness, and unity, so it makes sense.
You know, they have their purpose. I would never live in another one either. I mean, my whole thing was I bought a big brand new house. It was a dual RV gate. You know, it was sold as a dual RV gate. I had a brand new, it was probably 12-foot motor, enclosed, brand new white motorcycle, trailer that I backed up and went right inside the gate. You know, yeah, you could see it would stick over about a half a foot over the concrete, maybe a little bit more over the fence line. And they said I couldn't have it in my RV gate because it didn't have a motor on it.
I'd have gone out and bought a junk motor and put it on the front of it, attached it to something. It has a motor now.
Yeah, I laughed. I said, well, what if I had an RV and I was towing this and it would be okay, I guess. So we went round and around. The guy was kind of a jerk. So I just said, you know what? I just played with him. So he'd come, they'd come and say, you need to move this thing and tag me for 72 hours. So I'd put it on my truck. I'd pull it out on the street with my truck. And I'd play cat and mouse with them for about 6 months till they finally gave up.
This was the HOA or the city code enforcement?
HOA.
That's all the reason in the world not to be part of it. I just don't want the headache. More power to them if that's the way they want to live. But I guess there's some neighborhoods that could probably benefit from ownership association cleaning the place up, right?
Oh, you're right. Yeah, for some reason Arizona has every new development has an HOA, and it's the first one I ever lived in. And yeah, you're right. There's a purpose for it, but my whole premises was, listen, okay, it sticks up a foot maybe at the most, right? And I wash it, it's clean. I said, but it's okay if I brought in a 13 or 12.7 or 13-foot tall motorhome sticking over the fence line. It'd be okay just because it has an engine. I just didn't see the rationality in it.
That That's the absurdity of HOAs. Literally. Getting old, I just had another thought. Oh, the city of Long Beach just, in the last year, prohibits you from parking RVs in front of your house now. Campers, not for 72 hours, permanent. You can't park an RV in front of your house, except to load and unload it to go on a trip. So, where are you supposed to put your RV now? I can see not moving them on the street for days and weeks. Yeah, now you have to go rent space somewhere to park them.
Oh, yeah, I know, that's a bummer. I know in Cyprus we have to have you can't park even a
Talking about good old HOAs, I lived in a condo for 10 years or so, maybe almost 11, and had a lot of issues with antennas.
And you're right, and
no fun.
Try to find an RV spot somewhere to rent is virtually is a task in itself. It's really we have a toy hauler with my son, and he's got his side by sides in there, and man, I couldn't. We searched and searched and was on waiting list. It was amazing. It was really difficult. That was 3 years ago.
I feel you. I had watercraft TV duels on a trailer, and I told the wife, there's no way I'm buying them unless they're being able to be parked in the garage, which I did for many years. And then,
hey, Ray, what state is Colby in? I'm not familiar with that. And anybody else in the chat, too? Jump in, say hi. We got Ray in there. He's in Colby. I'm going to say Illinois, Missouri. I'm not sure. I'm going to say Missouri, maybe. And jump in the chat, say hi, tell us where you're from, where you found us, even if you came back again. Always good to hear Ray. Talked to Ray on DStar yesterday for a few minutes before I jumped into Canyon, and I was not able to get out of that canyon into a repeater. It's kind of windy, and it's in between a lot of stuff.
And I'm like, you just got too many toys, you need to move out and take your toys.
That's funny. My brother lives in a brand new home. Why do I keep getting in here? I just said it. Wasting time trying to praise. There we go. Ba-boom. But he's on an
Never heard of Colby, Kansas before.
3-car garage.
I've been to Kansas City a couple times. They have some great barbecue. Jack Stack barbecue. It's good. It's a bunch of little places there. Arthur Bryant's.
Strict HOA requirements, but the neighborhood is beautiful. Absolutely beautiful.
Got 3 viewers. Who's watching here tonight? Jump in the chat. I always got Ray watching.
You notice things stick out like a sore thumb.
Yeah, no, I get it. There's a place for them, and if if you didn't have any toys or anything like that, that's probably you're okay with somebody telling you, you can't paint your house this color or that, and can't park your car here. I mean, I do understand that, but yeah, they make it a little tougher.
Love to jump in this conversation on HOAs. I can go on for hours.
Some stuff that some enjoyment, watercraft.
I got fined for having a hose outside my house, even though
I wouldn't want to have an RV parked in front of my across the street from me for months in and months.
HOA hired
you could look at it
landscaping, and they took it out of my backyard that was gated and put it in the front yard to water and left it out. I got fined for it.
Get used but a couple times a year.
Gotta love HOAs.
Yeah, I know what you mean exactly. Although I don't agree with the banning of the motorhomes, but I guess I wouldn't want to see 5, 6 motorhomes line up across the street. It probably wouldn't be as pleasurable to look at. And then people tend to live in them, and I was a cop. We get complaints all the time about people living in motorhomes. They'd ignore it. You have to wait till they came out after we banged on their door for a while. Route them out of there. I get it, especially in the homeless back in LA. You see it all over the place now. And there's nothing the city can do about it, or won't do anything about it, I guess, is a better way to say it.
Yeah, Roger, you took the words out of my mouth. I mean, the current situation, I mean, I see more motorhomes parked parking lots of, just big, shopping centers and, of course the Walmarts, I think they'll let them, but it's a problem. I mean, I can only imagine what the law enforcement have to deal with, but, yeah, look, I see guys living out of their cars or their Ford Explorers on the side of the, Pioneer Boulevard or Bloomfield. It's just like, wow. And they can do it, I guess. I don't know, but and it's a sad situation. But you can't, not a real reasonable place to rent an apartment around here anymore.
You got that right. Rent an apartment, buy a house. Got to be a millionaire around here. My house in East Palm Beach is upwards of $1 million. That is ridiculous. Not to say that I won't take the cash for it if I ever want to sell it, but come on. How's anybody buying houses? I don't know.
Yeah, no, I hear what you're saying, Dave. I mean, if you just go on Zillow or something and pop in your address and, I just popped in mine one day and I was like you going, whoa, okay, wow. Maybe I really don't like living here this much. Maybe I could cash out and find me another place that I could have a little antenna farm and put a little money in the bank, after you get robbed for,
Like Curtis's house. Curtis has an awesome house up there in the high desert in Apple Valley, antenna farm.
Turn it right into another house.
All kinds of cool stuff up there.
I was watching this program at my brother's one evening.
My 10-year-old self loves his house as well as my current self.
Find a house. This guy, talk about, I think I'm a little weird because I want to have a ham radio shack and a farm on this property, but this guy had 140 different lizards. And the wife was absolutely freaked out about it. She said, the only way we're buying a new house, you have those lizards outside the house in a separate building. I thought it was a joke, but it was real. And sure enough, they found the house. It was an outbuilding. He was stoked that he was able to put all 140 plus lizards in his outbuilding. She was stoked that she didn't have to worry about them getting out like they apparently always did in the boathouse.
Well, that's hilarious. That makes ham radio sound pretty simple. I mean, well, I wouldn't want to live with lizards either, but I guess it's out there. It's amazing. You can sit on the internet and look on Zillow if you want the amount of real estate and the amount of house you can get in other parts of the United States is mind-boggling compared to Southern California and other parts, of course, too, are real high, but you can get some of the states out there that, you can get yourself a nice spread for, half of what it is anymore. And that's even high out there now than it costs here to get, a small place.
Exactly. I could sell my house and pay cash for a new one in many other states and an acre or two in one. Probably twice the size of the house without the doubt. But the wife doesn't want to live, which I understand. Kids, married by a non-school now. Looks like we're stuck here in good old Newsom, California.
Oh, yeah, Newsom. Yeah. I wasn't surprised he didn't get booted, but I wish he would have personally. But, gosh, I'd like to get into it, another state, that's for sure. And, I like shooting firearms and collecting them and reloading and everything else. And this is just the wrong, always has been, but even getting worse to be in the wrong state to enjoy that hobby.
Yeah, well, maybe one day I'll invest the right way and be able to buy a secondary property. I could go off for a couple months here and there. Anyway, I'm going to take a quick break and stand by and see you up for pop-up local band here. I haven't been out here for good 13 plus years. See what happens. K6EGG. That's talking. Hope you're doing well.
Roger, Dave. Good talking to you. I'm the same way. It's been a while since I've been out here, so I'll catch you later. Thanks for the QSO. Good talking to you. We'll catch you, or I'll be monitoring myself for a while. 73 W6WWD.
I just have to take this opportunity
and for an ID, this is Greg, K6EGG, to say that I really hate Gavin Newsom. That's it. Thank you.
Say that again, Greg?
I just want to take this opportunity to say I hate Gavin Newsom.
Oh, I thought you loved him, but I'm glad you clarified that. Howdy, Greg. How you been?
How you doing? How was Florida?
It was actually fantastic. Absolutely relaxing. My brother has a beautiful house on the ocean with a big giant pond behind his house and a pool right behind his house. And I was doing a lot of HF operation, which I don't know how long you've been listening, but I got out literally around the world on a portable operation station.
Nice. Too bad you didn't have any DStar action there.
Yeah, I know. I was trying to look that up, but I couldn't figure out that it would connect all the way back here or what, who and how. I did text Keith a couple times when we tried to connect. I was hearing and talking to stations in Los Angeles, but he didn't hear nor did I hear him, so we weren't able to make that connection. I was talking to West Coast of British Columbia, Barstow, LA, so it was an easy ride. I'm not mistaken, I think Florida is designated as one of the best propagation states in the United States.
Yeah, there's a lot of ocean, a lot of ground plane. I would think Hawaii would be, but the Florida with all the people there probably too, and you can connect with Texas and stuff like that a little closer.
Yeah, I'm more talking HF, and I think it has to do with it being so southern. But I'm going to have to do some research because I was blown away. I had a tripod, a camera tripod, and an ATAS 25 hooked on top of it. And if you don't know anything about the ATAS 25, check it out on the internet. It's really good antenna. At least it was for me in the 2 weeks I was there. It was great.
What city were you in Florida?
I was just south of Tampa in Bradenton, Florida.
I don't think I've been to Tampa a couple times. I haven't been anywhere other than St. Pete.
Did you ever cross that long expansion cable bridge?
Is that the one that goes from Tampa to St. Pete? I think so, if that's the case.
At night it's illuminated, I think purple and yellow.
Yeah, I've been in there before. I just haven't been outside either St. Pete or Tampa. It's just pretty much, Tampa Airport, then St. Pete, then back to the airport.
Yeah, that's exactly where I was. I flew in and out of Tampa Airport. We crossed the bridge and we were 5-10 miles from Bradenton.
So nice and humid there for you? Although at this time of year it's starting to lighten up a little bit. August I know is pretty bad.
No, it wasn't humid. I didn't lose like 50 pounds walking out the front door.
Your glasses didn't fog up or anything?
Say that again?
Your glasses didn't fog up or anything?
On an occasional basis they did. I sat out on my brother's patio enclosed by I forget what they call it, big giant awning, fully enclosed with a lap pool, so when I get too hot I just jump in the pool and come back over and operate the radio again. We went to 2 Tampa Bay Rays games, got 2 foul balls, so it was fun. Almost nobody in attendance at the game. They clinched the playoff spot.
Yeah, that's an interesting ballpark.
Yeah, Tropicana Field. It looks old from the outside. Inside's not too bad, but the outside is pretty old.
Actually, I didn't mind working there. It's just weird inside of there.
Reminds me of the old Seattle concrete dome the Mariners used to play in.
Yes, it's very, very familiar to that. It looks a little better inside, but yeah, I worked I think I worked the last year in that Seattle Kingdom. I worked one game. Wasn't too impressed with it.
Yeah, that was an ugly stadium, and it's bad sound quality, and they throw off fireworks inside and yell foggy for the rest of the game. Tampa Bay has did you see the swimming pool with the bat rays in it?
Yes, I have.
Yeah, it's kind of cool.
We actually mic'd it up one year. We put a mic next to the tank so you can hear the bubbling sounds and stuff.
It poured like unbelievable thunderstorm went by, and it was so loud you almost couldn't hear the announcer on the PA.
Yeah, it can get like that. And some of the parking, if I recall, correct me if I'm wrong, it's in like grass, isn't it?
It would be if they had more than 7,000 people. But we were parked almost right up front. The attendance was pathetic for a team that was in the World Series last year and has a very good shot at being in it again this year. There's nobody there.
I believe the last time I did a baseball playoff game there, I don't know, 5 years ago, whatever it was, 6 years ago, they didn't sell out on their postseason. And I believe it was the ALCS, if I was correct.
I believe it. They're the Tampa Bay Rays, but they're in St. Petersburg, which is another oddity. But I guess that's not too unusual for sports teams, professional sports teams.
It's pretty far from Tampa proper, though, and it's not really in an area. I don't know. It's just in a weird place.
Yeah, and I almost went to the Sunday Tampa Bay Bucks game because I wanted to see Brady. But it turns out he's playing here tomorrow, so I might go tomorrow. Just go by.
Now that is a beautiful stadium. I worked there once last season for 2 days. And everything about that stadium is nice except for the traffic getting out of there from what I'm hearing with people. But it is a beautiful stadium. Every seat it feels like you're close. Everything's just beautiful inside.
Yeah, I'm surprised. You can get tickets for still $40, $50, $60. Or if you want, you can pay $15,000 for one like down on the field.
I'm good. You can barely pay me to do a game there.
Do you have a sport, or are you just a sound man, and that's what brings you to them all?
I'm a sound man, and it brings me to wherever, so I'll go wherever.
Well, next game you get at, don't fine. Let me know. I'll take your place for one game.
All right, I think I'm doing Thursday Night Football there in December, I believe.
All right, you get at lunch. Tell me what I got to do.
Could be a lot of walking.
Done. Got it covered.
Did my last home Angel game last night, and I got a couple road games coming up next week, and I got some time off.
Flew out of Tampa International too. My flight was delayed. It's supposed to leave at 8:30 p.m., but they leave till 12:40 a.m. Got into Los Angeles at almost 3 a.m. But boy, was there some bouncing around in the good part of Tampa.
Yeah, generally the South this time of year is, and into May, like around May, is pretty bad. Get bounced around pretty good. I remember we used to going into Atlanta, because I'm a Delta guy, and man, we used to get, we'd go in there in May when the thunderstorms were starting up, and it was bouncing pretty good. A lot of people barfing and stuff.
You say you're a Delta guy?
Yeah, I fly Delta a lot. I'm a million miler on their airline.
I'm not quite a million miler, but I theoretically like Delta. If it goes there, I'm taking Delta.
Yeah, I miss their system they have now since they took over Northwest doesn't fit my needs as good as it used to. When I was flying a lot, I was going through Dallas, Salt Lake a lot, and Atlanta, but they got rid of that Dallas hub, so it kind of bagged me for a lot of Midwest stuff. I think that I used to go to Cincinnati. Ontario used to have a Cincinnati direct, and that hub has been dissolved as well.
Yeah, what are there, like 5 major carriers left? American United, Delta, Southwest, maybe one more. I don't even know them now. But there used to be dozens of major carriers. Now they're eating each other up.
I've flown all the airlines pretty extensively, I would think. I've made at least some sort of status where you fly X amount, 25,000 miles a year on all the major ones. And I think Delta's, I hate to use this term, screwed me is the least amount of all of them because they all had some pretty bad issues with them. American was pretty good. I just have too many tight connections in Dallas. But I really enjoy the flight attendants on Delta. The crew cabin staff is always good. The phone people at Delta are always good. They didn't overseas it, which United and American did. So I'm going to stick with Delta. Well, at least if I travel some more.
Does your company pay for your travel?
Yes, they do. And one of the companies I worked with when I traveled a lot was based out of Atlanta, so they had some, killer deal with them. So they'd put us on Delta all the time, and they'd get us upgradable fares, and I'd upgrade probably about, 90% of the time. So it made traveling a lot easier.
Delta's a good airline. They all have their issues, without question. But I've come accustomed to Delta. They're pretty on time, they're efficient, they're good employees, and they work well with me. So I like Delta. I go to Costa Rica a lot, so I always take them there.
And knock on wood, for Delta Airlines, like I said, I've flown about 1 million miles on them. They've only lost my bag one time. One time, that's it. Out of all the flights, I've probably taken thousands of flights, and they've only lost it once.
Well, I can beat you. I haven't flown thousands of times, but I've flown hundreds. And I've never lost my bag. So knock on wood twice.
Do you have any sort of status on Delta? You medallion member at all?
Not medallion, getting closer, but whatever's below that, their Sky Miles program, free check bag, access to their clubs at airports that have them. So it's kind of nice. Get in there and drink and eat before your flight. Go early and come early.
I think I'm lifetime silver and I'm gold right now.
My best friend that has the property down in Costa Rica, not my best friend, one of my best friends. He's whatever the top membership that you can have, he has it. He gets treated like royalty when he arrives. So I like flying with him.
That's pretty much, they treat me pretty good. I know a couple years ago we had our flight get canceled, and let me see here. And we're in Orlando, and the line was out the door to get reticketed because I guess I had some weather in Minnesota, whatever, one of their hubs. And my wife's just kind of like, oh, I go, I got this. I just get on the phone. Boom, boom, boom. Get a new flight. We're set to go. Within 10 minutes, go up to the medallion, the Sky Priority, check our bags, and we're off like nothing. We're in the plane within the hour. It's pretty crazy. You know, it's almost scary because some of these people said they're going to be waiting there for like 2 days.
That was happening a lot the night before last at their terminal. I don't know what was up. There were people flying to New York, flights were canceled. Ours was delayed 3 hours. I know a lot of people that were frustrated and angry, and then our flight wasn't even full. And then they said, if you want, you can rebook this flight. So I went on my phone and looked for a flight. The only flight they had out was the flight I was on. The next day, and they wanted $1,600. Okay, that works.
Yeah, I like getting the, can you change, you want to change your flight? You get $1,000 of credit, whatever. You can get some good deals that way.
Oh, yeah, ever since I retired, if they ever offer that, I'll be the first in line to take advantage of the next ticket available and whatever the cash they're offering. That's always a good deal.
I had one time I was doing a mileage run to Hawaii just to pick up some miles. So I flew there and flew back. And the flight back, they offered, whatever, $500 in credit. I'm like, sure. And then the lady's like, oh, we'll just upgrade you for the next flight home or whatever for you. I'm like, okay. Well, the flight I was supposed to be on got canceled, and I ended up, getting 500, Delta dollars for it, and I didn't do anything. And I got upgraded for my middle seat I originally had, so it worked out good.
Still get a little bit jiggity flying, but once I rationalize the safety factor of being in a plane versus being a ped in a car on a bike, it's fun. So a heck of a lot quicker than 4 or 5 hours versus 4 or 5 days.
Flying doesn't bother me at all. I've had some pretty interesting things happen in the 20 or so years of traveling, but obviously nothing ever catastrophic, thank goodness. A lot has to happen for something to go really, really bad, so it doesn't bother me at all. I've had some people I travel with in the past I've seen freak out, but I usually just get in there and go to sleep.
Yeah, I wish I could. The biggest problem I had on this flight was I normally would upgrade to like first or the more room seats, but I just figured out I'll wing it this time and I'm only going for a short flight. But the friggin' seatbelt, I don't know what happened. Either I gained a lot of weight or the thing barely fit me in those back kind of economy seat area. I don't understand that. That was kind of weird. I'm not sure what exactly the problem was. I've never had a problem with seatbelt.
Have you flown overseas with Delta?
Yeah, I've flown to Europe a couple times, Israel, a couple times.
You have some problems sleeping on those long hauls?
Oh yeah, 14-hour flight one time.
We went to Australia for our honeymoon, and I just started getting Ambien from my doctor because I had some trouble sleeping with traveling for that purpose. And the Australia flight, you leave like 11 p.m. and you get in there like 6 a.m. or something like that. I can't remember, but it's pretty late at night. You get in pretty early in the morning. But I had dinner. It's a 15-hour flight, I think, 15, 16-hour flight. I had dinner right when we got on, watched a movie, dropped an Ambien in, fell asleep for about 9 hours, woke up, had breakfast, and then landed, and I was totally fine the next day.
That is the way to do it. If that could be done every time, it would be a dream. You see they're building a new supersonic Concorde type, not Concorde, but they're building supersonic travel aircraft, and it's going to cut the time in half to Europe in all these 16-hour flights. So I think they're about 10 years out from actually flying. United's already said they'll buy like 20 of them.
I was actually just going to bring that up. And I'm if you're watching YouTube, I just got the picture of the airplane on right now. It's called Boom Sonic. I believe they're based out of they are based out of Denver, Colorado. I've been following them the last couple of years. You know, they're actually getting pretty close to flying. I think at the end of this year, beginning of next year, their prototype.
Yeah, I'm not sure where they're at, but I've caught glimpses of information about them here and there. I don't know if you heard, or maybe I'm repeating myself, but I was in Kennedy Space Center near my brother's on the opposite coast of Florida. We watched the SpaceX launch, and it's pretty phenomenal.
Yeah, I was actually going to go out to watch this launch that was last week or whatever with those 4 people that bought the seat. I think this guy bought the whole SpaceX Dragon or whatever, but it went off on time, so I wasn't able to make it.
Yeah, that's the one we left. We were right there at the Kennedy Space Center. Took his motorhome across Florida and stayed at a campground, and then from the beach, maybe 20 miles away, we watched launch.
Oh man, that would be fun, man. I heard it did a jellyfish, so you could see it like when it went into the space or whatever.
I think I have your phone number still. I'll forward you my video of it. It was incredible. The sound, the roar of the thunder, of the engines, it was amazing. There was a ton of people gathered on the jetty we were on to watch it, but I've never seen some so, I don't know, it's indescribable. It was crazy, but it was fun to watch.
Yeah, one of these days I'll check it out. I think I mentioned to you before, but I went to high school. One of the guys that was up on the space station last year, Victor Glover. I'd love to pick his brain about how that experience was. Although I'm not on Facebook anymore, so I don't have any way to get a hold of him. But I know last night I had chatted with him. He was pretty excited.
Is he on the space station now?
No, he came back, I think, in April.
Yeah, I have a Geocon monitor, big display board monitor, and it tracks whatever satellite you want to track, and then it tracks the ISS. When it loops over my house, I attempt to make contact with it on VHF radio. I've yet to do it, but many people do it all the time.
Anybody new to the channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button.
Yeah, I think actually it's going to do a pass tonight just to the south of us, I think. And the crossband repeat mode is on right now.
As you say that, I'm looking at it on the map, and it doesn't look like, I don't know, it might change my trajectory. Maybe I'm miscalculating. It's out over the Pacific right now. It's not showing, I'm not sure what it is. But it's close, you're right.
I think it was going to pass just like south of Tijuana or something like that, or a little bit further down. I think that's the closest we're going to get for another week.
I'm going to have to look up the frequencies and tune in and listen and maybe try. How's that for timing?
I can pull them up on my, what's it called, on my YouTube channel right now. Here it is. So it's 145.990 PL67 for the uplink, and the downlink is 437.8. So uplink is 145.990 with a PL of 67, and the downlink is 437.800.
I'm going to give it a shot, at least listen.
I talked through it once, and I did it on the stream. I turned off my monitor and duplexed the downlink frequency, and I kind of heard myself echo coming back. It was pretty cool.
145.825 and 145.825, correct?
145,990 with a PL of 67 for the uplink, and the downlink is 437,800.
USL, I'm going to try it out. I'll be standing by for a moment. Looks like it's getting pretty close.
In fact, I met a guy, I had a couple people email me the night that I was talking through it. I wasn't tuning it right. There's a Doppler effect. You got to as it goes by you got to go lower frequency, I believe. So I wasn't doing it right. But a bunch of people are calling me back, but I didn't hear them. And I got 2 or 3 emails from people saying they heard me, but I wasn't calling them back.
I just found AMSAT, amateur radio in space. Gives all the information on it.
And ariss.org has a bunch of information, including when they're going to shut off looks like they're going to shut it off in a couple of days for a spacewalk on the 28th. So that's what, Tuesday? Wednesday, something like that. And they're going to power it back on, but in packet mode on October 2nd. By the way, anybody else out there? I'm just hogging the frequency here. I know I heard Ward out there. Hi, Ward, by the way.
Hey, good evening, Greg. How you doing?
I'm doing excellent, man. It's good to hear you out here. It's a couple nights in a row for me, at least the nights that I've been out here.
I think it's my third appearance, maybe my third appearance in the last 4 to 6 weeks.
Well, welcome back from your hiatus.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I just been sitting here reading and listening to you guys, and I concur, man. Those long flights. I've had a couple Asian. I went to South Korea, went to Japan, Tokyo, and boy, those are some long flights. So if you're not in comfortable seats, I did get one to Korea that was in business class. That was excellent, and not so good on the Tokyo, but hard to sleep on a plane.
I have zero issues sleeping on a plane, especially if I'm tired.
Yeah, I did okay on the Korea, especially the business class, because the thing turned into like a mini bed, which was nice, but it was very comfortable. But the sitting back in a regular seat, even though I got with no seat in front of me, it was still a tough haul when you got a bunch of crying babies.
Yeah, traveling with a child or having crying children around you could be a challenging environment to try to sleep in.
Yeah, I didn't have any children. It was the plane, and I think we happened to get the let's all go to South Korea that year. It's like holy, excuse me, that was to Tokyo. The Korean was very quiet.
The last time me and my wife went to Kona, or Big Island, Hawaii, got upgraded last minute. I'm like, yay! And we had this kid behind us that was just shaking our seats, screaming, rubbing up and down the aisle, all this in first class. It was just like, are you kidding me?
That's not good, especially you wouldn't think you would have that there, but, well, too bad he didn't get ejected.
It's actually been fairly nice. I haven't had to travel for about it's going to be 2 years pretty soon. So I think my last flight was to Honolulu. I was out there.
I think my last one is it was a business deal. It was a group of us. We went into DFW. We had a connector to go to South Carolina, and it was during one of those Arctic or Baltic or some type of freeze where they shut down the airport, so we had to fly into Atlanta or get canceled, and we chose that, and then. We drove from Atlanta up into South Carolina in this ice storm. Trees were falling on the freeway. It was almost like the movie Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. It was hilarious, but absolutely the worst part about it is our luggage arrived 2 days later, so we were all waiting for some clean clothes. Although we'd bought some clothes at a Target, but it wasn't what you wanted to wear. But at least we had something.
Yeah, traveling can be very challenging, and that Planes, Trains, and Automobiles is like a perfect that movie was a perfect what's the word I'm looking for, way to look at how traveling is. And I've had a couple of those trips, and usually when something happens bad, more stuff happens bad. I would just rather have it all happen at once.
Yeah, it was strange. I love that movie, and it was funny when we flew into Atlanta. We got picked up, and so the people were like, okay, let's go to this Target. You guys get some stuff. I'm like, well, we're gonna get some. If we're driving to South Carolina, we're gonna get some beer. And then we said, well, we're hungry. So okay, well, the only thing that was open was a Wendy's in the parking lot. So about 13 of us go barging into a Wendy's, and this poor girl behind the counter is like 10 to 8. She goes, oh, we're just about ready to close. I said, not tonight. I said, you got a whole bunch of people, and they weren't very happy, but it was kind of funny. But it just was a comedy show from all the way from Atlanta up, with the trees falling down because of the ice, and accidents, and just snowing, and all this people from California. We don't know anything about snow, and it was just all I kept remembering is that movie. So anyway, that's my story.
Oh yeah, and ice is way worse than snow by any means.
Oh yeah, and with not having your luggage, and by the time we got there, I think it was 28 degrees. And when you walked, like in the morning, when you walked out the front door of the hotel, when it slid open, your blue jeans felt like they got starched.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I remember one time I was trying to get home I think it was from Albuquerque, and I ended up having to drive from Phoenix, and like a bunch of people are like getting together in the terminal. It's like, hey, just go rent some cars and just drive to Ontario. And I ended up doing that with one other guy, and it actually worked out pretty good. He was a very good traveler. I would have been pissed if I would have been stuck with somebody that was a pain in the butt.
Oh, Roger. Yeah, well, at least Phoenix to home, you give yourself 5-6 hours, maybe a little more. It depends. But, we were, every time I see that movie, I chuckle. But, traveling can be quite interesting. But anyway, well, it's good to hear you. I'll be listening here. I haven't heard anybody else but Dave and you, so it's been another quite day out here on 250.
I'm sure somebody's sandbagging here. This is Greg, K6EGG in the city of Chino. And also on YouTube. If you type in my caller, it's K6EGG.
Anybody new to the channel or just ran across me there, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. I come on 2 or 3 days a week, depending on my schedule. Normally at night, sometimes I do during the day. So I would really appreciate it. Trying to get up to 500 subscribers, and I'm not trying to sell anything other than some ham radio, some good old ham radio, and just chatting away and sharing ideas. Okay, here's somebody in there.
Hey, Tony. Good evening, W6WWD. Doing well. How about you tonight? Great copy, S9, full copy. Dave over in Long Beach was on. He might be, and Greg's on right now. I don't know if which one can pick you up.
By the way, it looks like the poll will be going to DStar later.
Tony?
I have a very, very weak copy tonight for some reason. The other night when I was talking to him, it was like S5, so I can hear that someone's talking in there, but I can't tell who it is.
He's on his mag mount this evening.
Would probably explain why. Does he hear me?
I'll relay. He says affirmative. He can hear you with his preamp on.
He's on his mag mount at home, or is he mobile?
He's at his home QTH.
Well, that's a bummer. I can't hear him. K6EGG. I'll just take a standby and take a listen here.
Oh, roger on that. Okay, I was wondering why. Okay, yeah, no worries. I'll tell everybody that you'll probably be back on. So if who can't hear Tony, he says 73, everyone. Good hearing you, Tony. We'll look for you later. W6WWD 73.
I wonder if we'll hear Keith out here. I know he texted me he got a new toy. I don't want to steal his thunder, but I'm sure he'll tell you about it when he comes out.
Yeah, he texted me yesterday. Was it yesterday? No, this morning early. He goes, yeah. I'm like, good for you.
Makes me want to get on HF, but I have to pass my test before I do that.
Oh, yeah, you can do it. Yeah, no, he has a nice little rig, and he's going to enjoy the heck out of that thing.
Do it. You'll do it.
Who is that?
Oh, KK6FR, up here and feeling, listening and watching.
Copy that, Frank. Coming in loud and clear tonight.
Yeah, watching you there in the corner and was just checking. Hello. Oh, you're a little off from me there. I'm at 250, but you guys sound normal to me, but that's weird. And I listen over there, and it sounds a little off frequency.
What are you referring to over there? You mean on YouTube or your radio?
Yeah, YouTube. I'm listening, and I sound off frequency over there, but you guys sound on frequency over here. I don't know. That's weird.
Yeah, we've been having this problem the last year or so. We don't understand. I know Eric, W6GLA, we're all in heavy conversation about this. I think it was last Sunday. Apologize if I'm yawning here, by the way. We think it's the band conditions, not the radio, that's causing the off frequency-ish.
Oh, that's weird. Yeah, because I'm looking and you're at 249. Oh, there you go. You just went to. Okay, you're adjusting it there. Well, that even made it worse. Okay, but you sound normal over here on the radio. You sound normal. Everybody sounds on frequency, but it's just on the YouTube. It sounds like I'm off frequency by quite a bit. I don't know. Okay, you guys, well, wait a minute. Let me turn it up because I can barely hear it. Let me double check.
Yeah, try it now.
All right, let's see if we get some feedback here.
Oh, boy.
Feedback, I got to turn it down. Yeah, let me turn it back down. Well, it doesn't sound that bad. Maybe it's just the speakers on my computer. If it's off, it's just a tiny little bit.
I noticed John USS sounds off frequency all the time for some reason compared to everybody else. It might be your location though.
Yeah, who knows? I've noticed you can go from different antennas and the audio will change. So sometimes the signal strength will change. And then if you go from vertical to horizontal, the audio will drastically change. We played around with that for a long time. You can go as much as 1 kc away and completely change somebody's audio. And it does that on HF as well, because I have 2 antennas for 160 meters. And if I'm on the inverted V, they sound one way, and then if I switch over, when I had my big loop up, I'd switch over to the loop, and their audio would go way down, and it would change. So I don't know. It's all radio.
Yeah, the night that we talked, we never came to a conclusion other than the fact that maybe the dirt's doing it. I don't know. There's a lot of dirt between you and I. I know that. I got Cucamonga Peak and Mount Baldy in the way?
Yeah, well, you're S9. You're doing a good solid S9. I see I'm about S3 over there. Yeah, and you're S9 up here. Solid S9.
What kind of power are you doing there?
I'm running about 350 watts. Yeah, about 350 watts into the beam. I'm pointed right at Fred down there at Knott's Berry Farm. I think for you, I got to go a little bit more southeast.
Oh, you're on a beam.
Yeah, vertical beam. All right, let me see if that makes a difference. Hello? No, that was worse. All right, let me try something else. All right, there's, just for the heck of it, what does that look like? Oh, there it came up. Okay, now I know where you're at. That came up quite a bit.
Yeah, you sound good.
Yeah, well, you sound normal on the radio. I got the big Peltstar speaker, and on the 991. Yeah, you sound normal, good. A lot, nice bass. RE20. Nice microphone and nice radio.
Thank you very much.
Over on 3845, listening to those guys. We do that kind of in the morning, but there is a group that gets out there at night.
Is it local guys?
Well, what do you call local? Yeah, Northern Cal, Arizona, anywhere in California. That's pretty much local.
One of these days I'll get on HF. I mean, I could talk on 10 meters, but there's not much action on that right now.
Yeah, well, sunspots are going up. They're going up pretty good. We had a couple of C flares and I think one M class flare, so it is getting better. Oh, and even by this winter, I think we're going to be down on 160 a lot. We love 160 in the wintertime. That's a fun band.
I'm going to step out for just a second. My wife just got home. I haven't seen her all day, and my daughter. I'll be right back. This is Greg, K6EGG for Frank, KK6FR.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I'm going to do the same. I'm going to
stream will continue going though.
A few minutes, and then I'll be back as well. KK6FR.
Cool. And anybody watching on the stream will continue going. This is Greg, K6EGG. Going to take a quick standby. Man, that's a big signal.
Meeting Alex, W6WWD.
W6WWD, N6JJI.
Fancy meeting here. How you doing?
Oh, I just got in here. I'm tired and a long day. How about yourself?
Yeah, it's another one of those, trying to get a lot of things done. Didn't get but a couple things done, you know. It's just one of those average days.
N6JJI. Well, how did you like that email I sent you to see those different transverters? I bet you didn't know they existed, huh?
Yeah, it was quite mind-boggling. I was like, wow, you know, I was already lost, but I was quite impressive, though, yes.
Well, you can go on eBay and get them, but, you know, the multiplication factor of gain, when you go from 28 megahertz up to 1296, that staging there, you get good gain more than you did. So, Europeans, Russians, and over there, they like transverters for the evening. So I bought them, like, $1,500 for just about $10, $15 years. Well, maybe that by 10, maybe more, but I had them laying around in the fiber. I got the rack for it, and I got to put them in again.
Oh, Roger. Yeah, like I said on the email, I'd like to see that when it's getting close to being done or done. That sounds really fascinating. How you're putting that together, and it's not just something that I've never seen before. So, boy, hats off to you. What do you think your timing is to get that done? A few months?
Maybe by the end of the year, by the end of next year. We're going to find out what's going to happen now. Pick up medication with these big fight about avocado. The other day, it's just already something
QSL, no, I was pulling your leg on a couple of months. I know it's probably going to take you longer. Well, yeah, no, you're right. Everything, for the bananas and the avocados, I know they've fluctuated heavily on price. I was at Sam's Club the other day, and the, 6 avocado avocados in a, package was allowed, $4 and some odd, versus I saw them, like the week before, they're up in the $6-7 range, so that, they go up and down, but, well, anyway, hey, I gotta jump out real quick. I'll be back in about 3 or 4 minutes. I gotta let a dog out. It's whining that's telling me he's gotta go to the bathroom, so I'll be right back, okay?
All right.
W6WWD, thanks. Be right back. GTI W6WWD.
Hotel W6WWD. How did your day go? What did you do?
Oh, I got a house. I got my son has a French bulldog, and I think it's a French bulldog. And when he's going to go to the bathroom, he starts howling because I know he has to go. Because he doesn't even make a peep any other time, so he doesn't bark, doesn't make any noise. But when he's got to go outside, he lets us know.
Okay, all right, see you later. Last night I did Frank and, was asking about linears. Children 6 linears and things. You can buy them already built. Some of them are custom companies. I'm on the Ford just new. I don't know if you're interested in that, but I'll put a little number that I'll just say have a look.
Roger that. Is that the guy over Placentia? Was it Vino or something?
What? Yeah, well, those are very expensive. These are at least half the price. So
oh, okay. Yeah, they are pricey. I think they're good, very good, but I think they're very pricey.
Yeah, Pico.
Roger. Yeah, no, Roger that. Yeah, looked good, but I think they come over from Russia, don't they, or something?
I think they're Italian. But anyway, I just sent you one that's got all kinds of ones. You can buy them in stations if you want to do some work. And what do you call it? It depends on how far you want to go. You may have a unit bias board or the HSR FDX, and they might get heavy relays. So I think I got both those parts, and what I got to figure out to get it together to tweak it and get the relays in there. You need some relays with some really good isolation too.
Oh, Roger. Yeah, I'll take a look at it. Thanks for sending that. I appreciate it. Just not any rush right now to get to start any other projects. I got too many incomplete projects right now.
Oh, I know the feeling. I got an incomplete project all over this house. And, you know, moving 2 or 3 times and trying to find the parts and the diagrams. And, oh, it was really a mess. I finally got a lot of it. Some of my stuff was just clean out and just where it went, I don't know. My sister and her crew of idiots is over here. They just could have fixed it up with it.
Yeah, roger that. Oh, I'm trying to help my wife out, the in-laws, trying to get everything organized and, just, as you already know, there's just not enough time in the day.
Yep. I know. It's nonstop. You get up in the morning and you didn't know you were going to have to work for the folks again. And yeah, I hope I can get a shower tomorrow. I need one, over.
Well, I maybe just have to get up a little earlier, huh?
That's hard to do when you're hurting. So, yeah, I'm just going to tell them that's it, my day off. I'm not doing nothing.
Well, good luck with that, I hope, my friend.
I know it's hard.
Roger on that. Well, real good. Well, yeah, I hope you can get a little me time to yourself and then, back to the grind, right?
Me senor. Yeah, that's it. I got to get some of that me time because if you don't, you're going to crack. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that boiling point comes in at a certain point, that is for sure. That it's time to relieve that valve.
And that's what the motorcycle is for, but I just can't. By the time it comes on the weekend or something, I don't have the time to just you know what I mean? I don't have the energy. I do not have the energy.
Yeah, I can only imagine. It's just it's got to be brutal. I can see that my wife went through for a brief period of time, and it's not even compounded as much as what you've got on your hands. So I tip my hat to you. That's a lot to go through, and you got to find that little motorcycle time.
Yeah, get out here and look at the girls in the bikini. So how's everything going with the father-in-law's estate? Everybody fighting now?
Oh, yeah. Well, only one brother who, so he's kind of, can't really do much because, she's a trustee of it and all, but, I figured, the heathens would come out of the woodwork, so one did, but the other being pretty rational about things, and the estate or the father-in-law's house can't be sold anyway because she has a brother that lives there until he passed away, so they'll all have to wait their turn.
Was that in the trust?
Yeah. He wrote that his one son is to live there till he passes. So it's hard copy.
Oh my goodness! So he's not a lot of trouble, is he?
The one that lives there?
Yeah.
No, he's a lot of maintenance because he's got a little bit of a mental issue after doing too much illegal substances, So, that being said, my wife becomes his father and his mother. Oh, I don't know. When she just came home, so I'm going to have to jump out and see what's going on. But I'll catch you back here in a little bit, okay?
All right, sure will. Give us my gift.
Yeah, I brought her a new broom and mop, Hi. Oh, yeah, well, she almost stuck one where I didn't want it, so I'll catch you in a bit. W6WWD.
right, not too many people on here on the 2-meter sideband here tonight. So, according to the poll, 80% of you guys wanted me to, and girls maybe if they're watching, want me to go over to DStar. So let's go over to DStar, see what's out there on. Let's try Reflector 12 Alpha. I'm gonna listen in here for a minute or two to make sure I'm not jumping in anybody's conversation before I jump in. So anybody watching on a stream that's outside the area, feel free to jump on Reflector 12 Alpha. It's in the description here, I believe, of the live stream. Reflector 12 Alpha. I am listening on that right now. I don't know if Don's still out there. Feel free to jump on, say hi. Maybe we can get a nice conversation going with some local people here as well that are listening that are just sandbagging. All right, so I'm not hearing anybody on here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to jump on and see if anybody's listening to the repeater.
Kilowatt 6 Echo Golf monitoring from the city of Chino on Reflector 12 Alpha on the Papa System number 3 from Santiago Peak.
Hello, Greg. Whiskey 5 Kilo Yankee, Jesse in Houston. Good evening.
Good evening there, Jesse. Yeah, I saw you in the chat in there a little bit ago. Nice to talk to you there, pal. Hope you're enjoying your Saturday night here.
Always enjoy getting on there and watching you. I've got a 9700 also, so I get there trying to learn a little bit about it. I did not know about the pre-programmed satellite channels, so that was kind of nice to find out. So I might try the ISS also, just for fun. But having a blast with this radio, and good seeing you on there this evening. I just the other night I watched and you were on DStar, and that was a lot of fun. So I enjoy it. Okay, Greg, I'll let somebody else get in there, and it's good to talk to you. Thank you for getting on DStar tonight. K6EGG, W5KY 73. I'll be sitting on the side listening.
First off, thanks for watching. I appreciate it. A lot of shared knowledge on the DStar, especially this one, and on 144 250 upper sideband. Those guys have helped me out a lot, and me putting it on the stream, I'm hoping that help some other people out. I know Dana, one of the guys over in Diamond Bar, about 10 miles away from me, he was able to get on DStar with some knowledge that was shared. So once again, Jesse, thanks for making contact with me. This is Greg, K6EGG and Reflector 12 Alpha, Papa 3 in Southern California.
KK4QAM.
Good evening. Nice to hear you again. This is Greg, K6EGG. What's going on, Don?
Not a whole lot, Greg. Not a whole lot. Just sitting back, relaxing. I've been very busy the past 2 or 3 days with cleaning out my grandmother's house, getting ready to do some work on it and hope to move in before winter.
Copy that. We were just talking on sideband. I don't know if you were listening. Do you get the ice storms down in your neck of the woods there?
Well, occasionally we do, Greg, but it's not all that often. but we do have we have this past several years a good amount of snow here too. So, but not typical ice storms.
Copy that. And refresh my memory. I know you said you're not close to any DStar repeaters. You're using a hotspot. Which one are you using tonight?
This one is actually the dual band DV Mega that's running on I believe this is a Raspberry Pi 2. So it's old and slow.
Well, it's definitely doing the job right now. I'm actually looking it up online. I'm definitely thinking about getting one. Don't know which one yet. I'm thinking about possibly getting the Open Spot 3, I believe it's called, the shark fin or whatever they call it. It's a little pricey. I don't know if I want to dive all in that deep, but it'd be nice not to tie up a whole entire repeater. But it is good to have some other people local to jump in, though. K6EGG.
KK4QAM. Yeah, the DV Mega, they make a good quality product. Now you can get on, I believe it's eBay, and get the Raspberry Pi Zero that's got built-in Wi-Fi with MMDVM dongle and antenna with an extra small display for around. Well, when I got mine, I think it was like $50. I don't know what they're running now.
That's pretty good. Is it easy to set up? I've heard the Open Spot 3 was. I've watched some videos on YouTube, but I'm not familiar with the Raspberry Pis, and the one that I've had to deal with, I did not do very good. I have a Rig Pi that I was never able to work correctly.
Well, yeah, and you would download the DStar image and put on them. Matter of fact, that's the DStar image is what I'm running now on this one. It's very simple. It's several steps involved, but it's pretty well straightforward. There's several good videos out there on setting up the DStar image and getting it online for DStar or DMR or Fusion. And as far as the Rig Pi, Pi TNC or whatever it was, I had one and I didn't work either.
Unfortunately, you kind of dropped out like halfway through what you were saying. I don't know if you can hear me or not.
Yeah, that's probably internet, but the DStar image is what you would use on one of those hotspots, and it's relatively straightforward to set up. It's involved.
Can that unit like plug into a cigarette lighter adapter? Or does it have any sort of battery that it can run independent? Of any like power that you need to plug in?
Well, typically they run off of 5 volts and around 2.5 amps. So most of the cigarette lighter power ports that you would charge your phone with would run one of the smaller ones, like the MMDBM modem. It's relatively simple to put in, and just plug it up and let it run. Tie it to a hotspot on your phone or so forth.
Copy that. I'm gonna definitely do some research. I appreciate the info there, Don. So I don't want to tie up this repeater too much. This is I don't know if you're familiar with Southern California, but there's I think 10 different repeaters tied to the one I'm talking into. So there was nobody using it, but I don't want to tie it up too long. But I appreciate you getting back to me and watching YouTube there. For anybody else on the frequency here watching, you can tune into my YouTube stream, K6EGG. Thanks for the use of the repeater. This is Greg, K6EGG. I'm going to QSY to 144-250 upper sideband.
All right, Greg. Good to make contact with you again, and we'll try to catch you later. KK4QAM, standing by.
Copy that. Have a good evening. K6EGG is now QSY. QSY.
DStar is a pretty cool thing, man. I could just jump on and talk to. And there's Don. He's watching on YouTube, probably.
Hey, Don. K6EGG.
Yeah, a guy just called you on the 12 Atom, a K6TR, something like that. You know that call?
No, I don't. K6K. What?
K6 Tomato Radio.
I have not heard that one, no.
He probably was just monitoring the repeater and called you. Anyway, he called you, and I guess you were already here.
Let me go back over there real quick. It's weird because the K6TR is AA6. Let's put it up on my screen. AA6XE. Strange.
It's KG6TR.
Oh, okay. That makes a little more sense. And boy, does he have a nice setup. Let me go QSY back over there real quick and see if I can get a hold of him. Thanks for the info. KG6TR, K6EGG. You still listening?
K6EGG, I am, and saw that you're live streaming. I just wanted to pop in and check. You said you were going to 250, but then I tuned in the live stream and you are on 250. I'm up in Lompoc, though, so it's a little bit of a long haul, but I was wondering if you're running vertical or horizontal polarized on 2 meter.
First off, sorry for QSYing so fast. It looks like a couple of people in the stream also told me you're here also, as well as Don when I moved over to 250. I am running vertical. Lompoc, I don't think I can make that trip up there. It's a little bit out of my range. I think the farthest I've talked to lately was Santa Barbara.
Yes, there's a big lump of dirt between me and Santa Barbara, Santa Ynez Mountain Range. So 2 meter, I can sometimes hear the BozoNet. Haven't been able to get in yet, but I think that they also switch. Some of the net ops are running vertical, and then they switch over to horizontal. My vertical is not bad, but my horizontal is compromised because it's at a low height. But I will QS wide over to 250. I've got it on the other side of the radio, but I don't hear you. But just figured I would give it a shot.
Yeah, some of those BozoNet guys, they can talk to people up in the Central Valley, but I've never heard anybody, closer on the coast like Longpoke. So I don't know. That's a little. There is some dirt right there. I think that might be the problem. Yeah, I don't think that's going to work, unfortunately. But I want to mention real quick. I'm checking out your QRZ page, man. You got some nice stuff up on your page there. I really like your shack there.
Thanks. It's been a lot of experimentation and a lot of buying radios and trying radios and then selling radios, because until I use it, I don't really know. But anyway, don't want to hold you from going back over to the sideband side of things, but figured I would pop in. We'll look for you again, though, and I'll listen on 250, but I don't think I'll hear you. It's funny, if conditions are right, I've been able to hit Mount Otai on UHF. That was one time there was some ducting going on. That's a 250-mile haul, and about half the time I can get into the Catalina repeater, which is about 150 miles. I just need to get over the San Ynez, and then it's got to bounce sort of back down. So I need conditions to... Mother Nature needs to give me a little helping hand. So good to catch you.
So 1 minute timer.
I think the timer got him great. Good evening.
I think it did, Todd. This is Greg, K6EGG. Do you want to try the Catalina repeater right now? See if you can get into it? Let's see if we can do it.
Sure. I will flip to the other side of the radio and see if I can bang on the Catalina repeater.
And if somebody's on it, I'm just going to QSY back here. This is Greg, K6EGG, QSY to the Catalina repeater, the famous, world-famous Catalina repeater.
This repeater is usually pretty busy. If you're watching on the stream, Todd?
Hey, Todd, KG6TR. I have you in there a little bit, but you cut out. But I definitely heard you in there. You're just on the fringe end of making it in there. You're not making it quite in there. I'm going to QSY back up to DStar, K6EGG. KG6TR, K6EGG.
EGG, yeah, I could hear you. The repeater was about S5, so not a great night. When conditions are good, it'll come in up here about S7, S8, and then I can usually get in with a little popcorn. So, Mother Nature gets the last word.
Absolutely. We'll definitely have to try it another night. I mean, you're like a hair away from making it in there. So I'm sure one of these nights we'll be able to chat here. So We'll have to try it again, definitely. If you see me streaming, I'll definitely go over there and give it a try as long as there's no net going on down on that repeater. And that repeater has some excellent coverage.
Yep, it's a good one. There's also some repeaters on Santa Cruz Island. That's actually pretty easy for me to get into. There's a couple different ones. Spark has one. But all good. Don't know if you've ever tried to get into any of the Santa Cruz Island repeaters.
I have, to no avail. The Santa Monica Mountains are kind of in the way for me as a direct shot, so I can't make it in. Like Malibu and stuff is blocking me. So I can make it into Saddle Bridge, I think it's called, for Malibu, and that's about it. How are you getting into this repeater system? You using a hotspot?
No, I'm philosophically opposed to hotspots. I get into D6, which is Santa Ynez, and then the linking magic does its work.
Yep, copy that. Yeah, this is why I kind of don't like to tie up this repeater system too much. But there's not, usually at night, there's nobody on it.
Yeah, it varies. The analog side is pretty busy most of the time, but DStar, it goes in fits and starts. Tuesday night when the net is on, it's really busy, and then there's a couple of other regulars that pop in, but it's not too bad. And you're getting into D3, so it counts as local traffic as far as I'm concerned. Hi.
Copy that. I would agree. All right, man. I got to put my daughter to bed. Spent some time with her for a few minutes. But thanks for watching the stream. And if you haven't, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. And we'll have to try to link up again on analog somehow. I think that'd be pretty cool. Thanks again for watching, Todd. This is Greg, K6EGG. I'm going to get off a DStar for a few minutes and head over to 2 meter sideband and put my daughter to bed real quick. I'm going to be clear on your final.
Alrighty, Greg, very good. Hit the subscribe, and yeah, we'll figure out some way to do some simplex. That'll be the next challenge. 73 K6EGG from KG6TR. Have a good one.
Terminal.
So I'm just going to put my daughter to bed real quick, and I'll be back here on this one or DStar, depending where the traffic's at. I'll be back in a few.
Hello, radio.
K6EGG.
Alex, my friend, how are you? N6JJI, WD6MYO.
N6EGG. Well, I'm tired.
What have you been doing all day besides sending an email about 220 converters?
Oh, well, some people wanted to get on 220, so I thought I'd just, that's a reasonable way to do it. Some people don't even know what transmitters are. I'm looking at some more of them. And, I finally found mine. The other ones I was looking for, I got some from Sweden that are really good, you know.
Which one did you get?
Oh, they're made by a company called Parabolic. And they've been around, gosh, since I was a kid. I remember that there was a 6-meter group, and it was they always put out this thing, and at the bottom of it said Parabolic AV, and it was all about the 6-meter world record VHS and stuff like that. And anyway, about 13, 14 years old, they've been around a long time, and they sometimes they did a lot of business, and sometimes now they're not doing much of anything anymore. They make feed horns and dish kits and things like that. And anyway, they're out of Sweden, over.
Interesting. I don't think I've heard of them. And I was just thinking, I can't think of 1220 all-mode rig that's out there. That's currently being manufactured. I know the old 736s and the like, but I can't think of one 220 rig out there that does all-mode.
Yeah, that's why you just take 28 megahertz and use an IF. Put on a little transverter just like you would do a linear and push and talk, and usually have a little board in them. Some of them have a little load board in them so you don't overdrive it. And you just dial it till the red light just barely comes on or goes out. And you know you got the right input power, anywhere from 1 to 10 watts depending on the interface. And you got 220 at about 8 watts and put a linear on top of that. They work extremely well.
Impressive. Well, I don't think I've heard of them, Parabolic. Alex, I've got a friend in the shack, actually a relatively new friend. Her name is Jeannie. I was just demonstrating amateur radio. Say hi to Jeannie, Alex, N6JJI, WB6MYL.
Hi, hello there, Jeannie. And I'm curious, what do you think about amateur radio and being able to talk to anyone in the world you want to for free? For free once you got the license. That's the right price.
I think it's a great idea, and it's got this room full of all this equipment that is mysterious to me, but he's a mysterious kind of guy, so it kind of fits the MO, if you will. Go ahead, Alex.
Yeah, QSL. Well, you got to buy the radios and take the test, but the radios can add up, and they last maybe 10, 15 years before you become obsolete. So at least you get to talk anywhere you want to for free, especially around town once you got a radio.
Yeah, QSL. Okay, well, I wanted to demo, he's wondering what all these things with knobs and buttons and switches and lights and such, so I thought I'd get on there. And so I appreciate it. Well, I'm going to look up Parabolic. It sounds like they make a lot of VHF, UHF, microwave stuff, and probably some commercial stuff too. So anyway, thanks for demoing amateur radio, and I hope Mary and your stepfather are doing okay. N6JJI, WB6MYL, bye for your final.
Yeah, well, they're still both a couple of rascals, I'll tell you. But anyway, yeah, I'll send you the link to Parabolic AV and some transverter stuff. I think I did include you in some of the linears, didn't I?
No, you included me on the transverters. I got that tonight.
Okay, well, I thought I did with the linears and the transverters, just a couple of people, Q5 and the rest of it. All right, 73 for now. Let's just see again.
Thanks, Alex. Always a pleasure and always informative. WB6MYL, Cerritos, QRT. Could you hear us, Ron?
Kilo Mike 6, Charlie, November 5.
Oh, you made it back, huh? K6EGG.
Roger, Roger. How you doing, Alex? 73, good day. I'm a little bitten up by mosquitoes. But other than that, I had a great time and glad to be back.
Oh my goodness, so you didn't take any off?
Well, I've been there before and I've picked up 1 or 2 bites. I think I picked up like 200 bites this time.
Oh my goodness gracious.
How's your antenna removal coming?
Oh, that hasn't even started yet. Let me know when you're ready.
Whenever you are.
Well, I gotta have some energy. I just worked all week long.
loved the trip. I went to Bradenton, Florida, which is just south of Tampa, Florida, and we started out with a multi-day trip across to the East Coast from the West Coast, the Gulf to the East, or to the Atlantic Ocean, and we parked at a campground on the Kennedy Space Center and watched the SpaceX launch of the 4 civilians first ever crew into space, so that was kind of amazing.
Yeah, that's a lot of fun.
It sure was. We were probably downrange 20 miles from it, and it still just phenomenal.
Yeah, space, the final frontier, the fun.
Well, space travel's probably not too far away, not in our lifetime, but I guarantee they'll be flying all over the heavens, Earth, soon.
Well, I think within the next 3 years, we're going to have flying cars available.
Yeah, and not to mention reintroduction of the supersonic jet transport, the Concorde, but even better.
Yeah, okay. Well, I don't think I'm going to ride on that. I don't know if I can handle it.
Half the time of a commercial flight nowadays.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Harless. I'm the one that's coming back. Thank you guys for watching here. It is, 8 o'clock, 8 p.m. here on the West Coast. This is the 25th of September. Just made some contact with some new people over on DStar. KG6TR. He's got a heck of a QRZ page here. He's been on the radio since the 70s, it looks like. This is from his backyard. Looks like he's just north of Vandenberg there in Lompoc. I believe it is, yeah, Lompoc. Pretty cool old radio there. I have one of those. It's behind me over my right shoulder, although it's not on. Looks like it has an Icom 9700, FTDX 101 MP, FTX DX10, and a Kenwood THD 74A, which is right here, I believe. That's probably what I was talking to him on. Not 100% sure, but try to make contact with him on the Catalina repeater. I can hear him jumping in there a little bit. That's a heck of a trip, although that's a great repeater there. Looks like he has a disc cone. I have one of those myself. I use that for my scanner. Antenna Alley. It's pretty cool stuff. This looks like his Diamond X300 here. Got all those chokes on there. Pretty cool stuff, man. Looks like he has a nice little antenna farm like AJ60 up in the high desert. Did I just pass that one picture again? Yeah, he's got a little altitude on him, but those are the hills we were talking about online here a little bit ago. That's separating Santa Barbara with his area, so kind of hard to make contact. I've talked to Santa Barbara probably a handful of times. I think I talked to somebody in the summertime recently on 2-meter sideband. There's his V71, which I have one sitting right here. Looks like he has a 7100 there too. Is that a 7100? Yep, 7100. That looks like his Jeep there. Rob N6KX would love this one. Motorcycles. I haven't ridden in a while. I love to still ride. It's like he's playing some guitar. Cool deal. Excellent QRZ page there, Todd. Hopefully we can make contact again. So let's get back to 2-meter sideband. We might jump over back on DStar before we end the night here. So it depends how busy sideband is here. So thanks again for watching. This is Greg, K6EGG. Anybody new to the channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button.
Kilowatt 6 Echo Golf Golf monitoring.
Whoa, what do you do to your station? You're loud.
Nothing.
Man, that's it. You're screaming down here tonight.
You sound about the same here. Fred made a couple new contacts today on DStar and was able to sort of hear him through the Catalina repeater.
Through the Catalina repeater?
Yeah, he found us on YouTube, and I jumped up to the Santiago, the Papa DStar, and then he said he can sometimes, like 50-50 shot, he can hit Catalina. He can hear me through Catalina, but he wasn't quite making it into Catalina. His callers were KG6TR. He's up in Longpoke.
Longpoke? Oh, boy, that was a good shot.
Analog through the Catalina repeater.
Wow. Yeah, go ahead. Hello. Who's hello? Who's I? Who's me and I? Yeah, what happened to you? I thought you went to 3855. Yeah, me and Don were talking on 55 waiting for you. You hear the guys on 3845? Yeah, there's an idiot out there. Yeah, I told you about that. Yep, on that frequency. That's my slow scan frequency. Yeah, you heard the guy the other night. He had a I don't know how he did it. I don't know how this guy's doing it, but everybody talked and repeat everything he said. Everybody. Did you change your counterpoise or no? Not yet. No, I've got to get some more wire. Yeah, well, I've been working on a motorcycle today. I've been working on that. Real good, K6 West. Well, see what I'm doing. I got a battery in the back for the radio, and I got the battery in the motorcycle. So, but I'm trying to keep them separate. But in emergency, in case my battery gets too worn down, I'm putting a switch so I can stop and open up the thing, and then it'll charge it from the motorcycle. In the meantime, it always operates from the back battery. So when I'm stopped, I'm talking away. You can get a long way to talk. I'm not wearing down my battery on the motorcycle to start my bike. You know, I don't have push charge. I think it's pretty hard. You know, I tried that before. But yet, if it gets too low, I can open it up and turn a switch on, and then it'll charge the battery back up in the back. Yep. No, she fell down, so we got a guy coming tomorrow there to put one of those electric chairs and bring you upstairs. Oh, I got my bill from the hospital the other day for 24-hour 120. Yeah, I would have got my bill already, 120. Oh, they're trying to get out of it. Anyway, my bill to I got to pay Kaiser $120. That's Kaiser insurance for you. That's good. Yeah, what insurance you gonna get then? Well, how much you got to pay a month? Okay, wow. They said the surgery ain't necessary.
Anybody watching in the chat or watching on YouTube tonight, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and jump in the chat and say hi. Love to hear from you. This is Greg, K6EGG. Don DUO, you watching? Or is it Curtis watching? One of those two sandbaggers are out there.
Yeah, and then they said it wasn't necessary. Yeah, well, who's ever said that? Are they a doctor?
I knew you were watching. Thanks for letting me know about the Todd up in Long Poke there, the KG6TR. That was a pretty cool contact. He has an excellent QRZ page, by the way. Love to try to make contact with him on...
Right down there, Chino Airport. He's loud tonight. Hey, Greg, you in there?
I'm here. Who is that?
You hear Ron?
Barely. I mean, the other night I heard him at S3, and I barely hear him right now.
He's screaming loud. You're screaming loud. Everybody's loud tonight.
Sorry, Ron, you're not loud to me.
You know what's funny, Greg? Your signal ain't strong, but your audio's real loud.
Huh. Weird conditions. Maybe that storm that passed through a couple hours ago maybe did something to the atmosphere.
Hit me with a 7, but you sound like you're a 30-40.
Strange stuff there, Fred. Oh, I haven't talked to you since we talked to somebody on the Santiago repeater from Melbourne, Australia.
Oh, they watch you on YouTube too, or no?
I don't know how he found us. He just popped in there. He made a couple contacts and popped out.
Wow. Well, what time was that?
I think it was like 7 o'clock at night. I think he said it was in the morning there.
Fix my radio. Putting the call. I entered the call sign in wrong and I screwed up my radio. So what I did was deleted a card, that one, and then I had a backup on it. And when I reloaded it, everything was fine again.
You know why I did that?
Yeah, I programmed it wrong.
That's unfortunate.
I wonder where that came from. I programmed it, but I programmed it in the wrong spot.
Were you programming it manually, or were you programming it software-based?
The call repeater in my call. That's where the problem started. So I couldn't key up and go through the reflector.
I know last weekend when we talked, you said you were hearing me, but I wasn't hearing you for some reason for a little bit. Remember that?
That's because what I did, I just told you. That's why. I could hear you, but you could hear me.
And Andy had some issues with his. I think he hopefully got that fixed.
What was his issues?
The Santiago repeater changed its call letters, and he didn't have the correct call letters in, so he wasn't going through the reflector.
That's the problem I was having, but then I programmed it wrong. Okay.
Why did you do that, Fred?
I don't know.
Bye, bye, bye.
Tonight.
Don, it's nice to hear you.
I don't know. K6 West, I don't know. Why?
Hey, Gabe, can you slide up to 250 real quick? Or 270? Hey, see you there. Sorry, guys. You guys can go up there. I just want to tell him something.
Okay.
I turned the stream off, or the audio off the stream real quick. I'll turn it back on.
All right, so I'm looking up this DStar thing here. Audio's back on. Santiago is KM6LVQ.
That's Kilo Mike 6, Lima Victor, Quebec.
Affirmative, yes.
Okay, got it. I'm going to QSY back to 250.
Copy. See you on 250. K6EGG on 250.
KN6OS, this is K06M.
And V6, the Euros here.
Where did Fred go, Don?
I don't know, Gabe. I think he probably stumbled on the way up here.
All right, because I wanted to talk to him.
How interesting. Does it have to be a 9700?
No, it doesn't. As a matter of fact, it doesn't have to. It can be a 705. But I belong to this 9700 users group, and I got an email from the group on last Wednesday. So what I did was I plugged in, I programmed my 9700 to switch the repeater over to that reflector, and that's what I did. So we got the whole net, got a whole bunch of pictures, and I sent one too. In fact, the picture I sent was the picture of the SpaceX rocket taking off, a big fat plume when it first lifted off and cleared the houses here. So they thought that was really neat. That's what we would have done.
I know Fred was playing around with sending these pictures. It wasn't too complicated, really. I forget how we did it now. But you send a picture to where do you send the picture? To a specific station or to a depository? Where do you send the picture to, Gabe?
It just gets transmitted. You go to the menu, the picture menu, and once you got your picture loaded in the TX spot, you just, at least on the 9700, you've got the picture highlighted, then you hit transmit all, which stands for transmitting all of the squares in the picture. And it just goes out. So whoever's listening, be it through a repeater, a reflector, or point to point, they'll receive that picture.
It's not stored anywhere that to be retrieved later. It's just one-time shot. If you're listening and get the picture, then it's gone, basically.
Yes, that's correct. Now, once you receive the picture, you can touch the picture and then say save, and it'll save the picture. But once it's just like a radio transmission. If somebody's listening to your voice, they can hear what you said. If they didn't hear it, it's just not there. So, but in this case, you're able to store it if you want to.
I wonder what would happen if two people were sending a picture at the same time on the reflector. I wonder how that would be handled.
Well, that'd be real interesting. Whoever got in there first probably would be the one with the signal. Whoever got into the reflector first would be the one that would be transmitting. So I think that's what would happen. So the guy who transmitted, a second later or whatever, he'd still be transmitting, but no one would receive it unless someone was doing it locally.
Yeah, I guess the reflector's smart enough that it would block him from coming in once the original sender had captured the reflector. So what reflector is that, Steve? Charlie, you said?
It was 055 Delta.
005 Delta. I better write that down.
No, negative. It's 055 Delta. 055 Delta.
Okay, so I would have to turn my 70, if I turn to that reflector through the hotspot, I would have to turn my 705 into the picture mode to receive pictures, correct?
Yeah, that's right. It would just, using the 9700, you just hit the menu button, and then you hit picture, and then at the bottom you'll have the receive and transmit. And you can talk while you're transmitting data because...
David Poole, if you're watching, hello, and welcome to the channel. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. If you have an account, of course.
Sometime we can try and do it locally. You haven't done that all with Fred, have you?
Yeah, I received pictures from Fred. don't think I've sent a picture, but I don't think it's probably too difficult. You have to get the picture loaded that you want to send, and I haven't progressed to that point of actually loading pictures to get ready to send.
Okay, have you been exposed to that Icom app, like on iPhones? Do you have an iPhone?
Negative.
Okay, I don't know if that app works. It might work on Android devices, but that app allows you to, on your phone, for instance, you can transmit a picture to your 9700 from your phone to your wireless connection on your home system, and then that will download automatically to your 9700. And you can also put the picture onto a SD card and then get it that way, I believe. I haven't tried it that way. I've just downloaded it to the from the iPhone. It's a terrific thing.
Maybe somebody come on the stream or the frequency that might know if Android does have a app that you can store pictures to transmit over to your radio to send. And I'll research that too. But that has some capabilities. We probably, I'm not thinking deep enough, but it probably has some useful capabilities. Sierra Tango what?
Sierra Tango -4001I, it looks like. 4001I.
Oh, nothing's popping up on ST-4401I. No, nothing's showing on the Google Play Store.
Okay, well, you don't have to do it. Maybe you don't just buy an iPhone. One of those came out, you can put one up, pretty quick. But I'll check to see if you can do that with the SD card tomorrow. And then you probably can't do that. It shouldn't be too hard. I mean, if you can store it, you can retrieve it, I would think. Check it out. But then, sending the pictures, it would be useful if you were reporting damage or something like that in an emergency situation. But other than that, it's just fun. It's fun doing that type of stuff, you know?
Yeah, hams are always pushing the envelope. Okay, Gabe, I'll stand by on the frequency. I think Greg has the stream up, and I'll be looking for that, see if there's an app for that. Okay, see you later. W6GG.
Stream is up. I haven't seen anything in the chat yet. Although it's a light night for people watching tonight.
Greg, have you experimented with what Gabe was talking about, sending pictures using your 9700?
I had one night Fred and Curtis sent me some pictures, but I have to be 100% honest with you. I'm not too into that too much. I can do that with my phone. It's kind of cool to do it through DStar, but I don't know if I'm interested in that.
Just wait, Greg. It'll come around. It'll be a while, but you'll come around.
I'll go to the dark side, huh?
Yeah, you know, I've said over the years, I don't think I'm interested in that, but Fred or somebody will be doing it and kind of get me interested. So I guess the thing is never say never.
Well, I must admit I wasn't in a DStar till people like Gabe and Bill helped me out with it. So you know what, you're right. I might come around, but I don't think it's anytime soon, to be honest with you.
Yeah, the same with me. I had no interest in DStar at all. In fact, I always criticize people using the internet to make contact. But DStar has its possibilities. When you're out mobile, or something, it's got some possibilities.
Yeah, and the other thing is, people watching the stream from outside the area, they wouldn't normally be able to get involved in our conversations. Most of us can go over to a DStar repeater locally and have them join us, and they can be a part of us, and we can make another contact and share information. So that part of it, I think, is pretty cool. And the internet part of it, that's just another way to communicate these days. I mean, of course, in an emergency, it may go down, but right now it's working, and we can still communicate that way.
You guys double.
Oh boy, I can't remember what I just said. Don, go ahead. I didn't hear what you said.
Try not to go on the side, the repeater's up, so it's just blowing at everybody's K6EGG.
Copy. I wish I could hit your repeater, Gabe.
Fred and Ron are talking on 12 Alpha now.
All right, I'm going to slide up there real quick. K6EGG QSY to reflector 12 Alpha.
You hear, Greg? W6DUO?
W6DUO.
I am here.
We run Fred and Ron off.
W6.
No, I'm still here.
WA6AB.
Fred's probably sandbagging, right?
W6DUO.
Undoubtedly. Do you hear that garbage on 3845?
Yeah, I've heard it. That's crazy. I just don't want to go there, Ron. That's terrible.
What happened?
No, it's just some guy that, a lot of trash, garbage.
That's unfortunate to hear that.
Yeah, if I wanted to hear that, I could go back down to the harbor.
Greg?
W6.
Yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead. The guy was telling you about that hotspot. I told you before when I got my little $100 hotspot, DVM, eBay for $99, assembled, it's wireless and blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I don't know. If I would want to put $400 into a hotspot, you might try that little thing first.
Yeah, I might do that, especially if I'm just going to use it at home. I'm not going to travel with it. Do I have to register it and stuff? Do DStar?
You're already registered, so because you're on DStar.
Copy that.
It's just a matter of putting the image on your screen and setting it up. There's several YouTubes. I did it, YouTube videos on how to set it up. I think Amazon has it for $99. MMDVM, it says on the unit, and it comes with a little antenna. It's wireless, it's Wi-Fi, and you can even run it mobile. Just plug it into your USB power source out of your car, and you can run it mobile and have a hotspot mobile, talking to every reflector around.
Yeah, I think I see one for $108 on Amazon.
That's probably it. The one I ordered was from a little company called Async or something like that. There's several vendors selling them. I picked the one with the best reviews and everything. Just an idea. You might experiment with it. If you love it, then you can get the open spot. I think the only thing good about the open spot, it's a little easier to set up, and you can crossband from DMR to DStar and P25 and so on. You can switch back and forth. Anyway, it does some other little things. Very popular, but very expensive.
Yeah, this one has pretty good reviews.
That device cost them $25 to make.
You broke up there, Ron. Say again.
W6DUO.
I said the price for that open spot is ridiculous. After being in a contract electronic manufacturer, I'll bet that device costs about $25 to make.
Yeah, they're making a profit. I think it comes from overseas somewhere, England or somewhere.
Yeah, they're over there in Eastern Europe, but $400, nah, too much.
I think the one that HRO carries, I forget the brand name. It's very similar to that MMDVM. It's just dressed up a little better, and I think it's probably $150, $175. But that would be a second.
Well, their zoom spot in the nice case with the display, I think is what, 240 or 250.
That is the zoom spot that HRO carries?
Yeah, what was it, the 3.5. You might look at that one, Greg. It's about half price.
What's it called? Zoom spot?
Yeah, zoom spot Nexian, and I think it's 3.5.
That zoom, is that spelled Z-O-O-M? Is that Z-U-M spot?
It's Z-U-M.
W-A-6-A-B.
Yeah, I was at an HRO event one time, and the guy that, I don't know if he builds them, but he sponsors them to HRO. He was there and promoting it, and very popular.
Yeah, it is. I know a lot of people are buying those. Anyway, go ahead, Greg.
Just doing some research here. Thank you guys for the info. It's always nice chat with you guys and give me some really good info. I mean, I love the sharing of information on here. Yeah, that MDVM spot looks pretty cool.
Hey guys, it's getting toward my bedtime, so we'll talk later. Nice talking to everybody tonight, and we'll try to do it again. W6DUO.
Don, you have a good night, man. Nice talking to you as always. Enjoy your nap there.
Yeah, I think I'm going to head into the house, too. Greg, pleasure chatting with you. I could hear you on 2 meters, but way down, not like the other night. 7-3, guys. Have a good evening. WA6AB.
You too, Ron. K6EGG, City of Chino, and also on YouTube, K6EGG on Reflector 12 Alpha into Papa 3. Standing by, monitoring.
Not too much action tonight on ham radio. A little bummed. Always getting great info from the boys there, Ron and Don. Gabe as well. Hoping somebody pops on here. So anybody checking me out on YouTube right now? I'm on Reflector 12 Alpha here in Southern California. This is what they call the Papa system. It's a group of 10, I think now 11 repeaters in Southern California that reach all the way up to Central California and all the way down to the Mexican border, as well as the high desert in Southern California that reaches pretty close to the Nevada border that I'm connected to right now. So if you want to jump in, say hi, feel free, jump in, give me your call letters. Love to hear from you. Heard from a couple people out of state. Was pretty cool stuff. All right, not that many. Who's watching on YouTube right now? Jump in, say hi in the chat. There's always a couple sandbaggers in there, although they might not have accounts, so they might not be able to jump in the chat and say hi. So you can always email me. My email is current on QRZ.com. So anybody new watching right now? I'm on Reflector 12 Alpha, which is the Papa system here in Southern California. Feel free, jump in, say hi. Love to hear from you. This is Greg, K6EGG, and getting a little tired now. Got 4 people watching now. 4 people. Jump in there, say hi, everybody. I'm just going to play on the internet here for a little bit and see if anybody pops on. Sorry for not much action tonight. It's kind of quiet for a normal Saturday night here in Southern California. Although I'm noticing that sometimes Sunday night seems to be a little more popular than Monday. So, all right, Gabe. I see you're reprogramming your 9700 for the new call for Santiago. I didn't know if you knew that's changed. So maybe you can jump back on the radio here. You're usually a late guy.
K6EGG, this is K6EGG.
Yeah, I got you in there, man.
Got it all reprogrammed up?
Yeah, it only took me, 2 or 3 minutes. I loaded up, my latest file. I had the fast finger in the new call sign and then just dumped it. So it was like 2 minutes. It's a breeze. Now I got it done forever.
Yeah, last time Fred was like, "Hey, you're changing channels too quick." I'm like, "I don't hear you at all." And now I'm glad he figured out what it was.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, right now there's a QSO going on the repeater. So I'm glad it's over on 440 because it was just blocking everything out. So I think that when they sign, I'm going to just go back to the repeater, switch it over to 12 alpha, and take it from there. And then we'll get one new guy on here then, I think.
Where's he located at? Or is he part of he's on the repeater, or he's on the reflector from somewhere else?
For local ham, he just got his license in February, and I've been helping him get set up and all that stuff. So he's got a 5100, he's been using the repeater. Right now he's talking to a guy in Indiana. So I was going to talk to him earlier, but then I got involved in the sideband stuff. So yeah, if I'm able to get him on here, that'd be okay. I mean, that'd be good.
Yeah, cool deal. Love to hear him on here. I've been using a lot of DStar on this Papa system here. During the afternoons, you get a lot of guys from the East Coast jumping on here and saying hi and chit-chatting. It's good to hear Ray out there, too. He's got his GPS working on his 9700 now, so you can see where he's trucking along.
So does he have his 9700 in a vehicle? Because that's an external GPS, right?
That's affirmative. He has his 9700 inside his tractor trailer there, or his tractor, I should say.
Yeah, it's nice. With those vehicles, they got enough room so you can mount that thing under the dashboard. That'd be pretty good. Yeah, in the good old days, you could mount your 8-track or your CB, on the bottom of the dashboard. Just if there were any holes there, the thing was made of metal. You could drill the holes in there and no one would know the difference.
And then, of course, the thing would just sit there, and then you could have a slide-in mount or something like that to take it out of the car. So, yeah, it's a lot harder to mount the rigs like that in your car. But, with those removable control heads, that helps you quite a bit. Back over to you there, Greg, K6EGG.
Yeah, this radio has a lot of real estate it eats up, so having it in a mobile would be kind of weird, but also kind of nice because it's a very, very powerful radio. For what, 100-watt mobiles, that's pretty amazing stuff right there. No linear or no amplifier at all. So I wish the 5100 had the 9700 display, the color display. I think it would be a little easier to read. I'm noticing I'm having trouble getting an equilibrium. I don't think I used the right term. An equal, like lighting for the backlit display for driving for night and day.
Well, there is a nighttime setting on there that you can adjust, and then you'll have to hit the menu. It's like 2 or 3 touches, and it'll go to the nighttime mode. Have you looked into that at all?
I did. I think it was set. Was that set on a timer? You have to do it on a timer. Is that how you set it?
Yeah, you can have it set for from 8 o'clock at night till 4 o'clock in the morning or something like that, yeah. Or else you can just do it manually. But you can do it automatically or manually, from what I remember. Yeah, I played around with that a little bit. I know what you mean about that display. It's not exactly a high contrast display. And so when you're in the sun, when there's a lot of bright sunlight out there, some people have trouble, seeing the display. They still can, but, it just takes a couple more seconds to see the display. At least that's the way it is for me. I'm fairly sensitive to bright lights. Some people, it doesn't bother them at all. But yeah, I know what you mean about that. Now, there were rumors for a while there that they were going to come out with an upgrade to the 5100 and that was going to be color, but then COVID hit and that kind of squashed.
That's unfortunate. That would have been really nice. The only thing that bugs me, I wish that radio had sideband, man, and that thing would be perfect. And a display, of course.
Yeah, I think we've talked about that before. My perfect radio setup would be, something with 2 meters, 6 meters, and 440, and be able to work sideband. Yeah, that'd be a really hot rig, I think. That really would be good.
All right there, Gabe. I think I'm going to call it a night. Kind of had a long day yesterday, and I'm going to kind of get up a little bit early tomorrow, at least early for me. So nice touching base with you. I was kind of hoping to stay in for when your guy comes up here when you switch over your reflector, but I don't think I'm going to make it. So anyways, nice talking to you as always. I'll be back on tomorrow night. This is Greg, K6EGG.
Okay, very good, Greg. Always a pleasure. We'll catch you next time. Have a good evening. 73, this is K6EGG, clear.
Copy.
So I'm going to call it a night. I'm going to leave the stream up for a little bit to see if anybody pops over to 2 meter sideband. And Jesse, it was great talking to you on the Reflector 12 Alpha. We'll have to do it again sometime. love to chat with you a little more. How do you have your setup and everything? So once again, thanks for watching, and if you subscribe, thanks for subscribing. I'm gonna leave the stream up for a little bit so you guys can hear if somebody pops in. I don't think anybody's gonna be out there, but anyways, I'm gonna call tonight. This is Greg, K6EGG.